Hello, my friends. Welcome to episode 63 of From Impossible to Inevitable. I am your host, Megan Bauer. Thank you for joining me on today's episode and for pushing play with me today. So, I had this thought today as I was vacuuming because today, as I am recording, it is Thursday. Thursday is vacuum day. As I was vacuuming, there is a big noticeable building outside my back window. And I had looked at it this morning, early this morning, as I was getting the girls ready for school. And I was like, this is really cool how I can just see this out my back window. And it's just there and it's beautiful. And, but as I was vacuuming, I was standing at a different place in the living room where I couldn't see it. And the idea of perspective really struck me. And I was thinking about this as I was vacuuming. I was thinking about depending on where we stand, will absolutely make a difference on what we see. And this is physically as well as theoretically, mentally, I guess, emotionally, even. I don't know. Take this metaphor with me, okay? You know what I'm talking about, so just apply it. So depending on the way you are looking at a situation, a problem, an event, even a conversation, will depend on how you see it, depending on where you are in relation to it. So even if you're watching me on YouTube, I could just step over here a little bit and you can kind of see me, but if I step farther, I'm gone, but it doesn't mean I'm really gone because you know I'm here. You know, as you can hear my voice, you know I haven't left. You know I'm here. I know that building was there, even though from where I was standing, I could not see it. So take this as an idea. You've got a problem or you have a situation that needs solving. And from where you're standing, you don't see a solution. You don't see how this can be resolved. You don't see how it can be solved. You don't see a solution. It's just you kind of have a little bit of blinders on and tunnel vision. All you see is this problem, and you don't know how you're going to ever get around it, over it, through it, whatever. It's just this giant wall in your way. This reminds me, have you ever seen the movie Labyrinth? Now, I don't watch a lot of movies, but I've seen this. I saw it when I was a kid. And there's a part in the movie where Jennifer Connelly, who's the heroine, she is in this maze and she is trying to find a way to her baby brother, who the Goblin King, David Bowie, has stolen. And she gets really frustrated and she starts throwing herself against the wall, and she is like, this just goes on and on. There's no turns or anything. And she meets a little friend who was a worm, and he's like, what are you talking about? This place is full of turns. There's one right in front of you. And she's like, no, there's not. There's just wall. And as the camera turns to the wall, all you see is this brick wall. It looks like a solid, straight brick wall. But as she walks forward, she has her hands out in front of her. She walks forward. She realizes that it's an illusion. The wall looks like a straight, solid wall, but there's actually, there's an indent to it that you can't see unless you start walking towards it, and you see that it's a perpendicular passageway, so you can make a turn. And she was just like, this is insane. She didn't see this before. But the worm knew that the whole maze was full of these areas where you could not walk through the wall, but you could walk forward and then see the perpendicular passageway. Parallel passageway. I don't know if I said that right before. Parallel passageway. And so anyways, she walks forward, turns right or left, and continues on her journey. So life is like that. We just feel like the problem goes on and on and on, or the situation goes on, and there's no turn, there's no way through it, there's no solution. But the perspective is everything. You move a little bit to the left or the little bit to the right, and you see things differently. You notice things differently. Sometimes it's about positioning, and sometimes it's about time. As I was vacuuming, all this happened this morning. Isn't this amazing? As I was vacuuming, I was listening to a song, and the lyrics were, it's so late that it's now early. And they stayed up all night. It was so late that now it's early in the morning. So that's just a different perspective in time. Sometimes we can't see a solution no matter how we step around it. No matter if we step to the right or to the left or turn or whatever we do, we still can't see the solution. We still can't see the sun because not enough time has passed. We can't see summer from the dead of winter, but we know that summer exists. Just not enough time has passed. It's not going to stay winter forever. Summer's going to come. It's not going to be nighttime forever. Daytime will come. Solution will come. I have very recently been in several situations in which I thought, I'm trapped. There's no way out. Or something very similar. And by, as I kept my eyes open, as I kept looking, as I kept waiting, as I kept shifting my positioning, solutions have arrived. And it feels like a miracle when it happens. Like you don't see the building, and then all of a sudden you shift just a little bit, and there it is, and it's beautiful. You don't see the sun, and you just wait a bit longer, and a bit longer, and a bit longer, and then there it is, and it's beautiful. I live in Salt Lake City, and sometimes it's so foggy, or it's so cloudy, or it's snowing, or whatever it is that you can't see the mountains. Live in the valley of the mountains, and sometimes you can't see them. Doesn't mean they're gone. They're right there. They are right there. Yet, even though I can't see them, they're still there. My perspective, my vision, both my, mental vision and my physical vision is not all seeing. There are things you're not going to see until maybe they're right in front of you, until maybe you have a friend that's like, well, this is a solution. Do you like this solution? And you're just like, oh my gosh, how did I not even see that before? How did I not even acknowledge that that was a possibility? I have a quote that I love. I love this quote. I have it on my wall over here. And it says, how you choose to see a situation determines what's possible for you. So the great thing here is that you choose how to see a situation. You choose your perspective. And sometimes it feels like our perspective is the only one. It feels like we won't be able to change our perspective. It feels like this is it, and this is it. Like there's no and, like this is just it. And I have a phrase that I like to say to myself when I feel that way, when I feel like I can't see this any other way. And that phrase is, I am open to seeing things differently. Please help me to see things differently. That doesn't necessarily mean you'll agree with other perspectives. It doesn't mean that other perspectives will be in line with who you are or who you want to become. But being able to see other perspectives, being able to see other solutions is empowering. And it can give you compassion. It can help you be like, Ah, I can see your perspective. I have an appreciation for why you think that, and I still disagree. And that's okay. But that is so much more empowering than not being able to even acknowledge another perspective on this situation. So, in today's really exciting, I was really excited about this. I'm not sure why, but in today's exciting episode, I want you to think about the challenges that you feel like maybe there isn't a solution, maybe there isn't a way through or over or under or whatever. See how you can change your perspective. See how you can shift to the left or to the right or zoom out or wait for some time to pass to help you have a different perspective. And ask, be open for, that's the first step. I am open to seeing this differently. And ask, that's the second step. Please help me to see this differently. Now, if you believe in a higher being, I believe in God, so I would, of course, make that prayer to Him. If you don't, just tell your brain, I am open to seeing this differently. Your brain is trying to protect you. Your brain is trying to keep the status quo because the status quo has kept you alive and it's kept you safe. And so we're just trying to survive. So let your brain take its guard down. Say, it's okay. Thank you for protecting me. I am open to seeing this differently. That is not a threatening thing. And please help me to see this differently. Ask your brain to look for the things around you that will help you see things differently, that will help you see the possibilities, that will help you see what's possible. Okay? Pretty cool episode, huh? I think so. I like this one a lot. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support and your love and for just being here with me, being on this journey. I am grateful for you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.